and welcome to my video presentation on the three domains of learning. Today, I will be discussing the cognitive, affective, and psychomotor domains along with their different levels. I'll also provide some examples of how each domain applies to learning and education. Let's explore how these domains shape the way we acquire knowledge, develop attitudes, and master skills. First domain, we have the cognitive domain. It refers to mental skills and knowledge. It involves the development of intellectual abilities such as thinking, understanding, and problem solving. It focuses on how learners process information, think critically, and gain knowledge. This domain is commonly represented by the device Bloom's taxonomy, which organizes cognitive skills into 6 levels from basic to complex. And first, we have the remembering. It refers to recalling information from memory. For example, recalling facts about the historical events. Second, we have understanding, grasping the meaning of information. For example, explaining a concept in your own words. Next, we have applying, using knowledge in new situations. For example, solving math problems using learned formulas. Fourth, we have analyzing, breaking information into parts and understanding relationships. For example, identifying the cause and effect in a scientific experiment. Fifth, we have evaluating, judging the value of information or ideas. It's like, for example, critiquing an essay based on specific criteria. Lastly, that based on the cognitive domain, we have the creating. It combining elements to form a new whole, proposing alternative solutions. It's like, for example, designing a project plan or writing a story. The second levels, we have affective domain. When we say affective domains, this is emotions, attitudes, and values. This refers to the emotional side of learning, which involves attitudes, feelings, values, and motivations. This domain helps learners develop a personal connection to what they're learning, shaping their emotions and behaviors. The most widely accepted model from the affective domain comes from the Krathwohl taxonomy, which includes 5 levels. First, we have receiving, being aware of or willing to attend a new stimuli. For example, listening to a teacher during a lesson. Second, we have responding, actively participating in the learning process. For example, asking questions during a discussion. The third, we have valuing, showing commitment or expressing belief in the value of something. It's like, for example, respecting different perspectives during a debate. The fourth, we have organizing, integrating new values into one's system and prioritizing them. For example, adopting a time management strategy after learning its benefits. The last, we have characterizing, consistently acting based on a value system. It's like, for example, demonstrating honesty in all interactions, reflecting a value for integrity. The last, we have the psychomotor domain. This domain, it refers to physical skills and movement. It involves the development of physical skills from basic motor coordination to complex and skilled actions. This domain is important in areas like sports, dance, or tasks requiring hand-eye coordination. There are 7 levels of psychomotor domain according to Sepson's taxonomy. First is perception, which means using sensory cues to guide motor activity. It's like, for example, recognizing rhythm in music to move accordingly in dance. The second, we have set, which means readiness to take action and begin a task. For example, getting into a position to serve in tennis. Third, guided response, which means performing under the guidance of an instruction or model. For example, Following a coach's instructions to practice a basketball shot. Fourth, we have the mechanism, which means developing proficiency and performing tasks with confidence. It's like, for example, typing on a keyboard without looking at the keys. 5 is complex overt response, which means performing complex movements smoothly and efficiently. It's like, for example, playing a musical instrument at an advanced level. Sixth, we have adaptation, which means modifying movements to fit a new situations. It's like, for example, adjusting your swimming stroke based on water conditions. Last level, according to substance taxonomy, which is origination, which means creating new movement patterns to fit specific tasks. It's like, for example, choreographing an original dance routine. To conclude, the cognitive domain focuses on mental skills and knowledge. The affective domain emphasizes emotions and values, and the psychomotor domain involves physical skills and movement. Understanding these domains helps educators create a more comprehensive and effective learning experiences. Thank you for watching my presentation, and I hope you have a better understanding of the three domains of learning.